Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to the third video of the full Python course, and in this video we are going to write our first Python program in a Python file. So first of all, what we can do is we can create a new file in which we are going to write our program. For this, I am going to create a new file and let us name the file as first.py. So the first learning which you have to understand is a Python file or a Python code is written in a file with an extension of .py. When you create a file with an extension of .py, that's a Python file. Now let us write our first line of code. And don't worry guys, if you do not get everything from here, just try to see the code, try to get familiar with the code, and later on we are going to understand the concepts in the later videos one by one. The first thing let us try to understand is how can we print a simple message to a console, to our terminal console. So this is our file and we can say print. This is a function. Don't worry if you do not know about a function, just write it, just understand a little bit of it. Again, later on everything will be clear to you. So in this print function, you have to pass some data. You have to give some data to this print function and it is going to do its job. To pass a data in this print function, you will have to use braces or brackets, a opening bracket, a closing bracket. In this print function, let us pass a text data. I am a Python programmer, right? This is your print function. Now, whenever you pass a text data, it is called as a string. You have to pass this text data within quotes. You can use single quotes or you can use double quotes. Within this quotes, you will have to pass your text or string data. There is a concept of triple quotes as well, but we are going to see it later. For now, let us pass our text data within quotes. So let us use single quotes as of now. And let's delete these two lines and save the file. Once you save the file, go to the terminal and your terminal should point to the folder in which your file is. So right now my terminal is pointing to the full Python codes folder, which is the folder under which my file first.py is there. Now to run your Python code, you will have to type Python space your file name first.py. Hit enter and you will see a simple message, I am a Python programmer, the same message which you have passed or which you have given. Now one more thing which you will have to understand is when you write your code, you write your code in lines. This is one line. I can write one more line. I can say print I am learning Python. Save this and now again if you will run the code, that is to run the code you will have to go to the terminal and in the terminal type the command python first.py. That is your file name. And now you will see two messages. I am a Python programmer and then you will see I am learning Python. And you will see that the first message is first, then the second message is appearing second, right? So every line is a line of code in your file. Every line is written for a particular purpose. We can also do some calculations. We can say print and let us say 2 plus 5. Now this 2 is an integer, 2 is a number and 5 is a number and we are performing an operation. This is not a text or a string data, it is a number, so you do not need to pass it within quotes. Now you save this and again once you run the code, let me clear the console and then run the code. So I could say python first.py, hit enter and you will see I am a Python programmer, I am learning Python and then 7. 5 plus 2 or 2 plus 5 is 7. I could also modify this to say multiplied by 10. Save this and now this should be 52, right? Run the code and you will see it is 52. 10 multiplied by 5 plus 2. So it follows all the mathematical rules. The rule that you will have to multiply first and then you will have to add. Here print is a built-in function already provided by Python using which you can just output any message of yours in the console. Now what if you want to create something like a calculator? You want your user to enter some data and you want to perform addition. So let me write the code in the line number 5. Here what you will have to learn is you can skip some lines and not write anything and that is completely fine. I am skipping line number 4 and I want to write my code in the line number 5. It is perfectly fine. Nothing will happen, no errors and no problems. Now let me create two variables. And don't worry if you do not know about variables as of now, it's completely fine. So I can say A and B. These are my two variables and this will be equal to let us say 5 and B is equal to let us say 7 and then I can say print A plus B. When I say print A plus B, what I will get to know in the output is I am a Python programmer, I am learning Python, then this is 52 and then this will also print and it will be 12. If I run the code you will see that it is 12 and the other output are same. But what if I want my user to enter the number A and the number B? So I could utilize another function and I can say input. Input is another function which will ask the user on the console to enter some data and it will try to process the data. So let us say A and let us say this B is input. both are input. It means I want my user to enter the data in the console. Now if I just run the code, you will see that the code has not ended. It is still running. It is actually waiting for the input. The first thing which you will have to notice here is the three messages are here. I am a Python programmer. I am learning Python and 52, and now it is waiting for the input. So the code is executing one line after the other. Now let us provide an input as 10, enter. I provided the input, hit enter, and now it is again asking me an input. So let us make it as 20 and hit enter, and now you will see an output as 1020. I know this was not expected. You were expecting 30, right? But at least what we got is, we got to this statement, line number 7, where we printed a plus b. This is a plus b. Right now this a is treated as a text or a string data. B is treated as a text or a string data. So that is why when you say a plus b with two string data, it will say 10, which is a string data 10, plus 20. So this will make another string 1020 or another text 1020, and that's the output. Now I want to convert my string data to an integer, to a number. So what I could do is, while taking the input, after I receive the input, I could pass my input in another function which is called int. If you pass a text data within this int function, it is going to convert it to a number. So let us do it for the b as well, the variable b as well. Basically variables are used to hold a value, or better I would say it is used to refer to a value. We are going to learn all these concepts. Save the program, clear the console, and let's run the code again. And now let's enter the number as 10 and 20, and you will see the output as 30. But what if I just run the program and enter the number as, let us say, A1? It will say error. This is an error, right? Because our input has received the data as A1, which is fine, but it is now trying to convert A1, which is a text, to a number. A1 is not a number, not a valid number, right? So that is why we are getting an error. And better I would say we are getting something called as value error. We are going to see a lot of errors, and we are going to see how to handle these errors, how to avoid the errors. So right now you can see we are receiving an error, value error, and the exact error is invalid literal or invalid data for the int function with base 10 A1. This is not a base 10 number. Base 10 means decimal number. Any number which is composed of 10 different digits from 0 to 9, 10 digits, right? Decimal number. We have base 2 as binary number. We have base 16 as hexadecimal number. So we have different types of numbers as well, right? Now one of the last thing which I want to show you guys is, right now if you run the code, you will see that after printing 3 messages, it is just waiting for an input. A user will not be able to understand this, right? So better what you can do is, let me just run the code. Better what you can do is, inside the input you can actually pass a string or a text, and you can say enter first number, and then you could say colon space. And in the second input also you can say enter second number colon space. And now you will see a magic. Run the code and you will see that now there is a message, enter first number. Basically this is printing a message, and now the user knows that we have to enter a number. Okay, let's enter a number 25. Enter second number, let's enter a number 10. Run this and this will be 35. Addition is done. So these are some different concepts which we are going to learn throughout our course, and these are just the starter, very basic, which is fine if you are learning Python for the first time. And the last thing which I want to tell you, which is going to be useful when you are developing the code, is how to stop running your code if it is stuck somewhere, or if you just want to stop it at a particular point while it is running. In the console I'm talking about. So let me just run the code, and you will see that right now the code is still being running. It is waiting for an input. Let us say I provide an input as 10, and now for some reason I want to stop running my code. So I could simply press Ctrl Z. On your keyboard press Ctrl Z, and you will see that I pressed Ctrl Z and suspended the particular file. It suspended my code and my code stopped immediately. So this will be useful. These are small things which are going to be useful, and we are going to see a lot of this in the later videos. So guys, I think that's it for this video. In the next video we are going to see our first concept called as variables in Python. Variables are a generic term. It is used in almost all the major programming languages. So variables are one of the core things which you should know, and we are going to talk about it a lot in the next video of this series. For now, that's it for this video. If you are not subscribed to the channel as of now, then make sure that you do it, because we are going to have lots of videos on Python, and you will definitely be an expert in Python very soon. So guys, I will see you guys in the next video. I want to see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this one.